thanks for tuning in. Today's moto vlog is gonna be about traveling. So I'm gonna be traveling to Indiana next week, I believe it is. Next week, yeah. Next week I'm gonna be gone for 15 days. And then I realized, like, oh shoot, dude, that's like next week. My girlfriend's graduating at Indiana University. Let me fix that, it's kind of dangerous. My girlfriend's graduating from Indiana University. She's getting her master's degree in public health, and I'm definitely going to be there for her graduation. So it's crazy because I haven't traveled a lot in the past couple months, probably the past year-ish. But I'm traveling now, and I always get the same feeling when I travel, and it's really weird. It's like it's not necessarily sick to my stomach, but it's like somebody it's like that feeling when you get really hungry, but it's like a not a good kind of hungry. But anyways, I always get this weird feeling, and I got it yesterday when my family is also traveling. They're going to Alaska, and they're traveling at relatively the same time that I am. And I saw my brother packing his bag, and I was like, oh crap, man, I gotta do that same exact thing, but I leave sooner than they do, so I'm more behind than they are. But yeah, it just got me thinking about the last time that I traveled, and how excited I am to see my girlfriend, and how afraid I am to have to leave work and see where I'm going to be at financially because of my poor planning. But there's two things to look at when you travel in general. At least this is what I think about. There's the fear. Oh god, my voice keeps cracking. There's the fear of traveling, and then there's the excitement of traveling. Both of which can very quickly change how you feel about traveling. If there's one bias towards one side or the other, like, it's gonna feel bad, man. It's not gonna be a good time. I heard something fall. I hope it wasn't something off my bike. We're gonna go ahead and split this turn lane right here. Kind of dangerous, but yeah, there's I'm super late for work, which is why I'm pretty aggressive on the splitting there. But excitement and fear, it depends on which one you want to dictate your travel. I've traveled a lot in my life. I've been to Rome, I've been to Canada, I've been to the outskirts of Canada. I've done a lot of time like doing internships and research and stuff out in the middle of nowhere. I've been lucky enough to live in California and travel throughout California, and I've been to the East Coast, New York, Manhattan, specifically Florida, Georgia, and it's all been a really awesome time, and it's just been a lot of fun, and I get super excited about travel because I love seeing new things, I love doing new things, I love traveling with my lady. It's just all kinds of fun for me. So being able to see her makes me really excited, and traveling with her makes me excited. But there's always still that fear, the fear of the unknown. What happens if I miss a flight? What happens if I can't get a ride home? What happens if, something happens when I'm traveling in the air? What if there's a natural disaster? And your mind, the human mind, just happens to be really effective at keeping itself alive via these like scare tactics. It's like, oh, you shouldn't travel, or you should stay in your same little nook and in your home, in your base camp, because out there it's really scary. Out there you can die. Out there you can something can blow up, and that's part of being a human being. That's part of our human evolution. to grasp onto fear instead of to be excited, instead of being excited to jump into the unknown. And like there's so much that can prevent you from traveling, and fear is such a gigantic one. It's a big one for, not necessarily for me, but I can see how much fear influences my travel routines, and I can see where other people are coming from when they totally become homebodies, this, that, the other thing, and they don't see the value of traveling. And honestly, you have to be able to see the value of traveling to really understand the reason why you need to get up and go. Because traveling opens up your eyes to the beauty of this world, and it really makes you see how small you are, how small and insignificant you are in this sphere of influence at home. And I know that sounds kind of bad and kind of negative, but staying at home feels kind of like a waste of time to me. That's why I ride a motorcycle. That's why I enjoy adventuring, and that's why I enjoy travel so much. I just don't enjoy the weeks leading up to the travel. It's the moment when the actual adventure begins that I'm super excited, and all that fear gets washed away. Because it's difficult. It's difficult in the sleepless nights when you're packing, hoping you don't forget anything, and you realize, like, oh shoot, like I need to bring this, or what if that happens? What if it starts raining? I need to bring my umbrella and an easy up and my poncho and my raincoat, and what happens if my raincoat has a hole? I need to bring a vinyl repair kit. It's like, that's all stuff that goes through a normal person's head. Maybe not to that extent, but still sort of the same thing. And honestly, it's scary. It's scary to think about. And let me tell you something, with time and experience, it gets easier. With time and experience, you start to figure out what you need, what you don't need, and what's just excessive. Like, for example, I was looking at my brother packing, and he's packing light, but he's still packing like some of the stuff that I wouldn't pack, and you know, and that's totally fine and everything like that, but it just made me really think about how I pack as, you know, as a human being, as a traveler, as a seasoned traveler. Not even like a seasoned traveler, but I realized, like, if I forget something, if I forget something small, like if I bring too few t-shirts or too few pairs of socks, I can always go out and buy some. Especially like out in the wilderness, it's much easier to just fork out the 10 bucks to buy, you know, overpriced pairs of socks, instead of worrying about packing too many socks and not wearing them on the trip, you know what I mean? And, you know, it just goes back down to how you travel and how you like to travel and how you like to pack, and what you're prepared to do during the actual trip. Like, I'm prepared to dish out some money if I forget anything. I'm prepared to, you know, to buy things that I necessarily shouldn't buy on vacation, but hell, I'm on vacation, but I deal with the repercussions afterwards, which is totally fine for me. That's kind of how I run things. But if you're strapped on cash, you know, maybe that's not a viable strategy for you. But now that I am going to travel, I'm going to go ahead and put that to the test. The big thing with me is when I travel, I always pack too much of one thing. I always pack too much camera gear, believe it or not. And honestly, it's those items that help me remember the trips that I've had, because, like, I invest all of this money into traveling, and if I don't have a way to remember it besides my mind, I know that my memory's kind of finicky. My best friend, he often tells me stories that I don't even remember about myself. And that's what's great about having a GoPro, about having a series of GoPros, about having all the right mounts, about having a tripod and a D90 or full-size DSLR, along with Polaroid cameras and, you know, all of the film and cartridges and batteries and SD cards that you need to keep those things fed and up and running. It's because those items, those are a good kind of weight to pack. There's a good weight and there's a bad weight. Like, for example, a bad weight would be like a bunch of travel pillows and a travel blanket, or, you know, this, that, the other thing, or, you know, having a full-size bar of soap and a full-size deodorant when a little tiny travel one will do. Or, you know, you might be able to get away with, you know, not packing shampoo when you can just use a bar of soap. It's like thinning things down. When ounces quickly turn to pounds, you start shedding the things that are normal for you on your everyday lifestyle, but, you know, at the end of things you just think, oh, I can buy that later when I'm out there. Because ounces quickly turn to pounds, especially if you're having to walk through 2 or 3 airports with all that stuff. And but yeah, guys, that's kind of my little thing on travel. Of course, when I'm traveling, I have a back stock of videos right now that are ready to post for you. When I go ahead and I am traveling, I'm gonna go bring those with me and I'm gonna post them while I'm out there. But I might do a daily vlog. I don't know if you guys are into that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and until next time, peace out.